chickens. The deadly cur. No, this is a Clay and Ruthie with Poeble's Backyard Farm. The babies are out for the first time. You can see there's only 11 of them showed up. A couple of them can squeeze through the wire. I've had to put a couple back in. But they don't travel far because they don't want to be too far away from their brothers and sisters. But these guys are now 5 weeks old. You can see they're pretty tame for not being handled now. The only real feathers they have are on the wings, so it gives them a chance to fly a little bit, but not much. And we told you that, see how the skin is a black skin? That's how you can tell silkies. And you can also tell silkies by the 5 toes. See the 5 toes? They have one little one right in between. Chickens usually only have 4. Alright, calm down, little girl.
What color eggs is she going to lay?
Probably a tan egg, just like our other chickens, same color. You can see she's getting quite the little puff ball on her head started. I'm going to let her in with her brothers and sisters so she can pick the bugs and stuff out of the dirt. They're eating some of the grass, which is good. Come on. Alright, and we've also got some bad news. We had a death in our family today. Ruthie told me while I was at work. Our guinea hen, Beavis, died. Whether the other ones beat him up or because there was 4 males and 4 females. And it might have been competition, but we lost Beavis. I'm going to miss telling him to shut up when he's squawking. But you'll find that in the spring and the fall, if you're going to lose anything, that's usually when you lose it. When it's warm one day, cold the next. They either catch a draft or the cold. Could have been any number of things. Could have been the other males ganged up on him. When you have guinea hens, it's best to have 1 to 2 or 3 hens to 1 rooster with guinea hens. And as it was, we had 1 of each. 4 hens and 4 roosters. We had 4 pair. But life goes on, and there'll be more guinea hens. Same as there'll always be more chickens. You can't let things like that get to you.
Also unrelated, what happened to my rabbit when I came out after my nap?
The cage was tipped over and the door was open, but he stayed in the cage, so he was fine.
So it was, I don't know if it was wind.
I don't think it was, we didn't have any wind.
But there's been a Roman cat, maybe the
cat might have knocked the cage over.
And got scared, because that's what I think might have happened. The cat may have knocked the cage over and got scared because of the clunk and ran.
That's possible.
And the bunny just stayed.
Another week these guys won't have a chance to get out of the cage. They'll be too fat. Especially picking all this grass and bugs. Give them all that extra protein. And I knew some of them were kind of small, but so at least 11 of them learned how to come outside. The other ones are inside gorging on some feed I gave them. We did a video on this last night, but it didn't come out.
And remember all the turkey hawks in the air?
There was a lot of them. Turkey buzzards.
Oh, turkey buzzards. They were like swarming into the area. There was probably something dead in the woods behind us.
Here, tick, 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 tick. I'm going to go get half a scoop of some cracked corn and
bring it to them.
Bring it out to these guys.
Are you going to feed it to them in your hand?
No, they won't come to me. It's too early yet. They're still babies. I guess I don't feel quite so tired tonight as I normally do.
It's all that coffee we're drinking.
Well, even though I was... Well, maybe. Come and get it.
It was a miracle the rabbit did not get out because the door was wide open.
Yeah.
And it was a miracle the cat didn't get him, but we'll have to put a latch on that door.
I'm trying to look and see if there's a opening big enough for them to get out, but it must be they're squeezing.
I think they're getting out between that door there.
No, I think they're just squeezing out between the wire.
Yeah, because their bodies are thin.
They look fatter because of the fluffiness. They're not as big as they look. But if the majority stay inside, the rest of them will stay closed.
Yeah, they don't really care about going out.
Worry about a hawk or something getting them.
Yeah.
Some of them are picking at the corn now.
And no one's waiting at the door anymore to come out. You know what I'm saying? They're content to stay inside.
I don't know how many have came out or not.
Yeah.
Did you come out today and see how many were out?
Actually, when I came out earlier, there was nobody out.
Oh, really?
They all went back in.
Well, at least we know they go back in.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple of them last night that didn't go back in. We also set the incubator up for a second hatch. We have a bunch more button quail eggs in there, and we've got a bunch more of the jumbo browns going back in. We also have a cucumber that sprouted.
Oh, we did?
From the market moors that I planted those Sunday, right?
I'm not sure.
It's supposed to take 7 to 14 days to germinate, and that germinated in 4 days. I love to watch them scratch in the dirt. Got to get these rocks cleaned up so they can get in the dirt.
And we'll find a spot for them too, because we've been talking about where we're planting and what we're doing and all the spots. We need to probably make a pile of rocks anyway in case we need them to keep the animals safe somewhere, you know. If we get crawlers, ones that want to crawl out.
I can rake them up against the side of the fence. That's no big deal. I just don't want.
I'm just thinking in case we need the
I just
rocks
don't want
again.
somebody digging underneath the fence.
Yeah.
Like a fox, or and if there's rocks there, chances are they're not going to get underneath the fence.
That's true too.
You got to just clean the rocks out of the center of the fence.
That's true too.
And give these guys a place to dust bath and everything else that they so much like to do. I put that concrete block underneath the platform so that they wouldn't be quite so steep for them to get up. They haven't found the perches out here yet, but give them time.
This is really relaxing. If you need to relax, just tune into the chicken video and go to sleep. Sometimes, you know, I like to put on something soothing before I sleep.
Very tranquil.
Sometimes they're exciting, like if we get a hot dog or a worm and they play chicken tag.
Well, usually you do that with a piece of raw bacon. You throw a piece of raw bacon in there and one will grab it and the rest will all chase it. And when he stops to try to eat it, somebody else will take it out of his mouth and run the other direction. It's like chicken football with a piece of bacon. It's fun to watch.
And this is covered. The hawks have been flying, or the turkey buzzards have been flying around.
Turkey buzzards will only eat dead carrion because they can smell carrion 10 miles away. That's what draws them in.
What's carrion?
Dead animals. But a hawk will take a live bird, and that's why this has a cover on it, so we don't lose any of the babies from hawks. This one wants to dig, but the rocks are too much.
And around here, what, some people have licenses to shoot or something if they're in their, well, I don't know what the rule is, but
you can shoot only if they've got one of your animals. You can't just go around shooting hawks or owls or anything else. Because there got to be damaging your livestock.
So a lot of the farmers around here, like if they see something, I guess they can legally shoot something. We don't have those situations because where we
keep covers on our fences.
And you're not allowed to shoot a gun 500 feet within another residence, so we wouldn't be shooting anything.
Slingshot maybe. But
yeah, you can't shoot anything. But the other farmers, they have big lots of land. They'll shoot. I guess they can shoot. I'm not sure the law.
Mostly farmers with orchards and that shoot deer because they're damaging their fruit trees. And they have to have a permit to do it. They can't just do it because it's not livestock. Got to get these rocks raked up. Them little girls love to dig in that dirt. Watch her scratching in the dirt.
Yeah, we'll have to go. That'll be a good project. We'll put them in, you know what we'll do? We'll put them in the buckets like we did bringing them over.
What, the rocks? No, I'll just rake them along the sides.
Yeah.
It'll just keep them from... The rabbits knock them all
Yeah,
around.
the rabbits were moving everything everywhere.
These guys aren't strong enough to kick a big rock around. But the bugs in that will get in the rocks and they'll pick them out of the rocks.
And if you want to see our rabbit videos, you can look at some of the older videos that we have. I'm trying to make playlists for you so you can check out those things too. Because we raised a colony of rabbits.
Now we're raising a colony of silkies.
Of silkies, yeah. Up there, see, they're thinking about getting out over there. See if he can get out while we're still here. He got something on him. Up there's somebody at the door. You gonna come down?
Yep.
He's been out before. He found out it was fun.
Yep. There's 12 now. Yesterday was only 7. That was because Ruthie went in the barn and they all scattered and fell out
Well,
the door.
they didn't run. Well, I kind of like walked near them to see if they'd walk out the door, and they did. You don't want to chase them out because then they'll be afraid to go. They won't like the door because they'll think it's something bad. Just kind of walked near them, and they just kind of jumped out.
And they won't have to weed eat around the fence because they'll reach through and eat all the grass.
All the grass next to the fence, as far as their little necks can reach, will be gone.
That looks like a rhubarb plant right there. Can't believe it is. I never planted rhubarb up here.
No, it shouldn't be.
Looks like rhubarb leaves though.
That'd be weird.
Might have been something that we threw down there and they just took root. Who knows? There was rhubarb up here, but I don't remember exactly where it was.
Oh, years ago?
Yeah, I think it was more over where the dog is.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think it was this far into the yard.
They like the grass. They found out the grass tastes good.
The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence.
Just curious, have any of our followers, or how many of our followers that are watching this video have ever had chickens or do have chickens now? And what kind do you have? Just curious. You can comment if you'd like on that. Today was a sleepy day. I don't know if it's the wind or not. I've been so sleepy. But I've took some allergy meds too, which I haven't taken in a long time.
Some of them guys are still eating in there.
They'll have a nice full crop. The crop is, explain the crop for people that...
It's a pouch inside their chest that they eat the corn and they'll eat little stones and grit, and that's what grinds up in the gizzard. They'll collect little hard stones and that, and that's what grinds up the corn and mash, because they don't have a good digestive system. Birds have a different type of digestive system.
And you can actually...
They need to eat stones and grit too. It's like our teeth. We chew up all of our food with our teeth, but they don't have the teeth, so they have to have something that breaks up the grains in that. So the stones do that for them.
And you could actually see when their crop is full, especially baby chicks.
Yeah, it's
at
a really hard pack thing when they
on the front of their chest.
Because they gorge themselves.
On the front of their chest, it'll be full. So like we'll check a newborn chick sometimes if they're big enough to see if their crop is full to make sure they're eating. If we're not sure, we'll say, oh look, his crop is full.
You always want to make sure chicks have a lot of food and water all the time.
And
they're constantly growing. They're like children.
And
always hungry.
And they have a pecking order for the new followers.
Yep.
Somebody's the boss.
And everybody toes the line.
And these guys haven't figured out who the boss is yet.
Well, they haven't got quite that big yet, but they're starting to.
And they'll usually they'll start having a few little...
They'll pick at each other, peck each other's head.
There'll be a couple outright little fights between the roosters usually.
No, they're not really brutal fights. They're just...
little tiffs.
Just to show who's boss.
Yeah, it's not like a big fight.
Oh, you got a worm.
Who does?
That one there. Oh, that one took it away from me.
Uh-oh, now they're going to play chicken tag.
That one over there's got the worm. As soon as he stops to eat it, somebody else will be over.
He probably got to eat it because he's.
Yeah, 'cause
they
the other
don't know.
The others didn't see him get it.
Well, that didn't take him long to
No.
figure out that was something to eat.
He won.
But they love worms.
From the way it looks, we got quite a few hens.
That's good.
Hens stand differently than the roosters do. Hens kind of stand with their backs are almost flat, and the roosters stand with their back is at an angle. I think we've mentioned that before with the larger ones. In about 3 or 4 weeks, these guys can go in with the big ones, and then they'll know the pecking order.
Yep. And you never know who gets to the top sometimes, too. Usually it's an older rooster, though.
The older
wouldn't it be?
roosters usually know how to fight, and the young ones give up early. Till they get older, and then they start dominating the old ones. Someone's got a piece of grass, and no one took it away.
And when Clay mows the lawn and stuff, we throw all that grass
I
in
give all
here.
the clippings to the, well, not all the clippings. I use some of it for composting, and I give the chickens all they can eat each time I mow, which is usually once a week, whether it needs it or not. Sometimes it goes 2 weeks, depending on the weather. If it's rainy, I don't mow at all. So.
And in the beginning of the season, we like to usually let it grow up a little bit so the grass is stronger for the root system.
Well, I mow right up to a certain time and then let the rest of it just grow up until June usually. But I didn't mow the end of October like I normally do, so it's a little higher than it should be. But that's good. The lawn will be nice and green when I get ready to. Still got to work on the tractor and get that mowing ready. We got a few things on our plate this weekend, but maybe I can get to the tractor Sunday.
And you guys usually get to go for the ride with us. We're going to do another auction.
Saturday. A bird auction. Can't guarantee we'll get anything, but we'd like to get some buff and black silkies.
Yeah, you never know what happens at an auction. Everything's up in the air. It depends on what goes there.
I definitely don't need any more white chicks.
No.
Even if they go cheap.
It's basically now a matter of picking through the loot. Who stays and who goes now. Basically, we just need a few broody hens to sit on the eggs for the other people. Oh, is that someplace they're getting out over there? Or?
No, they're just picking at the grass.
But that's basically what's going to happen with these guys. We're going to pick through who we need and sell the rest. Because even though we love having this many, we only...
It's costly if you have too many.
Yeah, and you really just want what's right for your farm. But in the summer, you can enjoy a few more. And we live in a farming community, so believe me, there's a lot of people that would love silkies. So they're not hard to get rid of. And so many people have gotten into farming, which is wonderful. And we encourage it because it's a wonderful way of life. It's healthy for your family. Fresh eggs. But this isn't the breed to buy for eggs.
Unless you don't eat a lot of eggs, they'd be great for
Oh,
families.
is that?
They'll lay an egg about every 2-3 days.
Yeah.
During their laying season, they'll lay every day, but they don't lay like production chickens.
Yeah.
Well, this is Clay and Ruthie, and we'll sign off. And the more we do with these guys, the more we'll show you. I got to get a tarpaulin over the top so that they can stay nice and cool this summer. I got to hang a outside water so that they got water inside and out, and they don't get dehydrated.
We appreciate you farming with us. We feel like you're part of the farm. So you may not own a farm, but farm right with us. You don't need Facebook farming. You can farm these chickens, right? Anyway, like, subscribe, and please share this video on Twitter and with your Facebook friends. God bless. Have a blessed day.
Bye-bye.